Hi everyone, hope you're all doing fantastically well. I'm Ian, the Dividend Chief. Now before we talk about numbers, look at charts and discuss investing, this is the reason I'm doing it. And this is my beautiful daughter, Victoria, a photo that was taken just over 20 years ago. I've titled this video The End Goal. I will show you projected figures, but ultimately they're all in mind for making Victoria's long-term future financially secure if anything was to happen to me. Now, like most people, I've made plenty of mistakes in my life. Many of them were financial ones. I was always thinking short-term, not long-term. I ultimately made poor decisions, and that was mainly because I had no real plan. I now realise I can't go back and change any of that, but I can decide what I do next. The portfolio I've set up with the 6 ETFs on screen, it's not about getting rich quickly, and it's not about showing off fancy returns. It's about responsibility, about doing things properly, and ultimately it's about putting things right. Everything you're about to see in this video is built with one thing in mind: long-term stability for Victoria's long-term financial security. As I've alluded to on many of the videos I've produced, my plan will be I invest a minimum of £200 a week into those 6 ETFs. They will all be held inside a stocks and shares ISA for tax reasons. I will not be doing any trade, no stock picking, and I won't be making any shortcuts. Just consistency, patience, and time. Now, before I show any projections, I want to be perfectly clear. These figures assume several assumptions. Percentages of the long-term growth of these ETFs, percentage of dividend yield, and all dividends are reinvested. These figures aren't promises, and they're not best case scenarios. In my opinion, they're simply reasonable assumptions over the long term based on how these ETFs have performed over the last 5 to 10 years. So the first chart I'm going to show is the portfolio value versus the total invested. Now, the assumptions I've made on to get into these end figures in year 10 is £200 per week invested, a growth of 6% per year, and all dividends reinvested. Now, in my opinion, that is realistic. If those assumptions are correct, and it was exactly 6% per year, by year 10, I will have invested 104 grand. And by the end of it, I will have had, or my portfolio value will be valued at 186 grand and 248 pounds. So we're talking about 82 grand profit over 10 years. Now this chart is the annual dividend income, and the assumptions here are the dividend yield is 4.5% per year, and again all dividends are reinvested. If again these assumptions are correct, by year 10 we're talking £8,381 per year, which is roughly £700 a month. Again, this isn't overnight success. It's slow, quiet, reliable income built 1 week at a time. I'm now 51 years of age. If I was younger, I would project these figures over a longer period of time. However, at 60, I can get access to my work's pension. And if need be, if I need to start taking out the dividend income that it generates, it's going to leave me very comfortable later on in life. And the beauty with that is my investments are not being touched. So when I do pass, Victoria will still have the portfolio value, which she would then do what she wanted to do with it. Hopefully she would carry on my work. So by the time she gets to 60 herself, she would be in a very, very strong position financially. Now at this stage of the video, I need to get a reality check, because I'm fully aware over the next 10 years, markets won't move in a straight line. There will be crashes along the way, no doubt. And there will also be boring years where literally nothing happens. This plan will only work if I stay invested and don't give up when it's uncomfortable. I promise you now that for the foreseeable future, for the next 10 years, what I've already stated in this video, I will continue to do, providing I'm alive. According to research out there, most people don't fail because if investing doesn't work. They fail because they stop too early. And that is one mistake I will not be making. For me, the end goal isn't a number. It's knowing I've learned from my mistakes, that I took responsibility, and that I built something steady and sensible for the most important person in my life, which is Victoria. I don't believe I've shown anything flashy, nothing clever, just showing you that consistency and patience and time will work. I just want to thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next update, and if you want to carry on with watching my journey, then please consider liking and subscribing to the Dividend Chief. Much appreciated. See you in the next one.